It's time for Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governors are brought to you by State Farm Insurance Becky Potsuba Agency, the American of Fort Pierre, Bank West, Capital City Ford, Lincoln and Toyota, Fording Electric, and Gales Gas.
Olsen hands it off for Getz. He'll pull it for a long-range three. Buried by Getz! He's now got 10, and the Governors lead it by 5, their largest lead tonight.
And by American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, CHS River Plains, First Dakota National Bank, Shane's Pharmacy, and Missouri River Dentistry.
To Williger, she'll spin, kicks it back over. Taylor pulls up for three. That's buried by Graceland Taylor. She's got the Governors up by 6. Taylor's got 5 points.
And by Kruger Contracting, Edward Jones Financial, Lamb Motors, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Todd's Electric, and the South Dakota Office of Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection.
Rebound tipped around and it's going to be grabbed by the Golden Eagles. They go down the floor with 7 seconds to go. Pass for Fritz, lost the handle of the ball. It's grabbed by Getz with 2 seconds to go. The time will run out and the Governors will win it 53-51.
And now to the booth we go for Pierre Governor Basketball.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. We are back in the capital city tonight for girls basketball action as the high-flying Pierre Governors get set to square off in prime time with the 13-4 Mitchell Colonels. Welcome back inside the broadcast area. My name is Dylan Simmons, and welcome back to Pierre, where we are just about ready for one of the most important games in girls AA basketball remaining this season. Pierre and Mitchell are two teams who have been on a collision course, not just with each other, but with the postseason. Both of these teams are looking to take an opportunity in these final 5 games as they can solidify their place in contention for a state championship. The Governors have been one of the hottest teams in AA in the last few weeks, overcoming a 5-6 start for a 4-1 swing and a 9-7 record overall, and they've done so much with a rock-solid defense that would make Greg Popovich proud. The Govs have allowed just 44.6 points per game over their last 5 games for one of the best defenses in the division right now. As always, they are led by the steady guiding hand of Kirk Bebout, and he has navigated this team through potentially rocky waters already this season and did so masterfully. Now on the other side, the Mitchell Colonels share a lot of similarities and yet a lot of differences as well to Pierre. Mitchell plays a comparable brand of defense that allows just 48.1 points per game on average, but they have shown cracks as of late. On Tuesday, they suffered their worst loss of the year to Washington at home in a 66-48 drubbing. Mitchell also finds themselves at 5-4 against teams above 500 this year. Now, though, is the perfect time for this Colonels team to show just how legit they can be and round into form against quality competition in time for the postseason. Pierre comes in with a record of 9-7 overall. Their wins in 4 of the last 5 have come against Harrisburg, Yankton, Huron, and Brookings. Their lone loss was to T area, which was a road game near Sioux Falls. Pierre has not lost at home in a month since Brandon Valley, and as I mentioned, that is their only loss in February was to T area, so Pierre has been very, very good in these last few weeks. Now, Mitchell comes in with a record of 13-4 overall, but reeling from their biggest loss of the season to Washington, and it's the most points they've given up all year, as well as their biggest margin of defeat. Their end-of-season schedule, well, it's no pushover either. It's brutal down the stretch, as a matter of fact, with 5 teams combining for a record of 64-18 overall. They've got to play some of the toughest teams in AA in these final 5 games of the regular season. Dave Brooks trying to get this team back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since 2013-14. But this series, it's seen ebbs and flows. Last year, Mitchell won the regular season contest by 1 point, but it was Pierre in the consolation bracket of the state tournament who beat Mitchell by 1 point in the rematch. Overall, Kirk Bebout is 2-4 against Mitchell since taking over, but he has not lost to the Colonels here at Riggs High School since the 2021 season, and the Governors are looking to go back-to-back against Mitchell for the first time in the last half decade. So it is certainly going to be a tremendous night for some high school basketball when you put all of that into consideration, and we cannot wait to see just what the Governors have in store here at Riggs High School tonight. The Governors are playing with heavy hearts, though, this evening, as are a lot of people in this gymnasium who are attending this game. Tonight, the Governors remember, and the community of Pierre and Riggs High School remember, Kimberly Davis Ambach, who passed away, who passed away unexpectedly, as dedicated as anyone you'll find, and gave everything she had to the people of Pierre and the students of this high school. You can find her at every home game, keeping score and running the clock for the Pierre Governors basketball team. And although she's not physically here tonight, she is here with us, and our thoughts and prayers are with Kimberly Davis Ambach and her family throughout this tough process. We are going to take a quick time out here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Mitchell Colonels basketball team. All that and more coming up right after the break in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Did you know it is important for your child to see the dentist at the time their first tooth erupt? A healthy smile begins at birth, and there are many variables, from healthy eating habits to good oral hygiene and routine dental care. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer. At Missouri River Dentistry, we enjoy working with people of all ages. Dentistry is our profession, but people are our focus. I invite families to come experience an office that uses the latest techniques and equipment to be sure you receive that healthy and happy smile. To schedule your appointments for your family, call us at 223-2021. Kids love us, parents trust us.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Dylan Simmons joining you, and I'm joined by the head coach of the Pierre girls basketball team, Mr. Kirk Bebout. Coach, first question. Welcome back here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Dylan Simmons joined by the head coach of the Mitchell girls basketball team, Mr. Dave Brooks. And Coach, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
All right, first question for you. You're coming off a tough defeat early on in the week against Washington, but how are you looking for your players to respond tonight?
Well, our schedule finishes tough at the end of the year, and so we kind of talked about, we found out what the intensity level you have to be at if you want to try and compete against some of the top teams in the state. So hopefully we tried to carry that over into practice the last couple of days, and so we'll see if we're a little more intense, a little more get after it, if you will, after the spanking that we got on Tuesday.
For sure, for sure. Now, for a good chunk of the season, your team has had a tremendous defense, and in those games where your defense has performed like that, what do you think has gone right?
Well, we basically play man, and so the kids get after it. We really look for a lot of help because we're not very big, and so those times where our defense has been good, the kids have been playing the ball. We keep telling them they don't score on you, they score on us. So everybody's got to kind of pitch in, wall up, make it tough to get into the lane. That's kind of our philosophy, is we want to stop scoring inside, and if you make some threes, then so be it. But that's kind of how we that's kind of how we play defense.
Yeah, awesome perspective. Love that. Now, Pierre's a team that you've played or coached against quite a few times, and many times over the years. What do Coach Beebout and this team provide as far as game planning is concerned?
Well, he does a great job. I mean, Pierre's, it's all the games seem to be close. Last year, first game of the year during the season, we beat them by 1. State tournament, they beat us by 1. And, they play really tremendous defense, and those kids are quick and play with a lot of heart. So it's a challenge. I mean, he always has them ready to go. And maybe they're not as talented as they were last year, but they certainly seem to play as hard. You don't notice any drop off from what Pierre does from year to year. That's for sure.
For sure. Now, with the end of the season approaching, what is the mindset for the team right now? Are they embracing thinking about how these games could impact the postseason, or is it more of a one game at a time mentality?
Well, we've tried not to sit and watch the playoff rankings or whatever, because it's a lot of that stuff you can't control. So we've been trying to say, let's get better tonight. Let's get better tonight. This is the game we want to focus on. And if we don't win, it doesn't matter if you were looking and saying, well, this, and this, because we don't want to think like that. We want to think about what do we have to do to have a chance to beat Pierre tonight.
There you go. Now, from what we have seen with both of these teams this year, how important will it be in your mind to dictate the pace tonight?
Well, I think both teams are probably going to dictate the pace, because I think they like to get up and down, and we like to get up and down, and I think there'll be some quickness on the floor, and I don't know, maybe if you're sitting in the first couple rows, you might want to have a helmet on, because there might be some turnovers, balls flying around a little bit, but I think their defense just tries to speed you up, and we think we can play fast, but I don't know. We'll find out if we can play at the level that Pierre likes to be at.
I'll make sure I get my bicycle helmet out in that case. And last question for you. If there is an X factor to be had tonight, what do you think it could be?
Well, I think we have to be able to handle their press, because they get, I don't know what they count on as far as how much offense off of their defense, which is probably been a great thing. If you don't have to run set offense, I think it helps any high school team. So one of our biggest concerns is, can we handle their pressure and then get something out of it.
All right, I'm looking forward to it, Coach, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes right here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Discover the ultimate driving experience at Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. With our extensive lineup of vehicles, including reliable sedans, rugged SUVs, and powerful trucks, finding your perfect match has never been easier. Plus, our dedicated team is committed to providing top-notch customer service, ensuring your satisfaction every step of the way. Visit us today and experience the excellence at Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Becky Pottsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Welcome back here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Dylan Simmons joining you, and I'm joined by the head coach of the Pierre girls basketball team, Mr. Kirk Bebout. Coach, first question for you. You and your team are coming off a big win versus Brookings on the road Tuesday night, a game in which you guys came out blazing in the third quarter. What was looking for you guys at that point in time?
We made shots. We ran good offense and really worked together and got some good looks, and we made those looks. So. We shot really well. I think we shot almost 50% from the three-point line. So anytime you do that, makes everything else a little bit easier, and tend to probably win games if you shoot that well.
Certainly always helps. Now, the Governors have won 4 of their last 5 games and are looking more and more consistent as the season goes on. Do you think that this team is starting to play their best basketball, and how can you even improve on what you've done in recent games?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. I hope that we get to that point. We've been extremely banged up and sick. I don't know that we've really had a full practice with all of our girls, and younger levels are even worse. We got every girl is basically playing up a level that they probably shouldn't be playing up right now. So, and that really affects practice and things. So, I'm proud of the girls that we're battling through that and we're playing the best that we can. But hopefully, at some point in time, we have a full contingent of players where we can actually, work on the things that we need to work on to get better.
Well, the team has certainly shown a lot of tenacity as of late. Now, Mitchell is one of the tougher teams in AA, a lot of great players and a great defense. What kind of challenge do they present on that front, and how are you guys looking to counter that tonight?
Well, what I would say about Mitchell is they're good because they work really, really hard. So last year, I think we pride ourselves on working hard, and I've been fortunate enough to have some really hard-working girls that really put everything into it, and I thought if there was one team last year that worked harder than us, is when we went down to Mitchell, and I thought they outworked us. So, thankfully we got another chance to play them, and I thought we just worked a tiny bit harder than them at the state tournament. But I'm a fan of what they do because they work so hard and they care. They really want to win. They take pride in what they do. So that's why they are where they are.
Now, in a game with 2 great defenses, how crucial will it be to put together big scoring runs in your eyes?
I don't know. I don't ever think we need. I don't know. We need to score more points than them. However that works, getting as many stops as we can and putting the ball in the basket as many times as we can.
There you go. Absolutely. Now, last question. Ultimately, what do you think this game comes down to between Pierre and Mitchell tonight?
Got to make some shots at big times. They, like I said, they just work extremely hard. They're not going to turn the ball over. They're just really smart. They play together and they're really disciplined. So, I think if we're going to win, we really need to be very, very persistent every single possession, and we can't let a possession snowball to 3 or 4 possessions because this time of year possessions are so valuable. So we just got to make sure that we value every single one of them if we're going to have an opportunity to win at the end.
Should be a good one tonight, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
We'll be back in 3 minutes right here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric. For free estimates, commercial, residential, and farm wiring, you'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Waihi Federal Credit Union member? At Oahe Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Oahe Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
Welcome back here to Riggs High School. Dylan Simmons on the call with you tonight, and we are just about set for Pierre Governors girls basketball action against the top Mitchell Marlins, 13-4, or Mitchell Colonels, I should say, 13-4 on the season. Colonels looking like a real juggernaut, but Pierre has been playing some good basketball in their own right as of late, and they'll get to really test their skills tonight against one of the top teams in the AA basketball division. Pierre enters the game with a record of 9-7 overall, 4-2 at home, 5-4 on the road, scoring an average of 55.7 points per game. Best quarter is the first with 15 points per game on average. Here is 4-5 against teams above 500, 5-1 against teams below 500. But this is certainly one of their bigger tests of the season. But this is a Govs team that has not lost in this building since the month of January against Brandon Valley.
Good evening, ladies.
Let's now send it courtside for opening ceremonies.
Here at Riggs High School for tonight's girls basketball game. Tonight, our beloved Governors play host to the Mitchell Colonels in a AA basketball matchup. We're going to get through this next part. Basketball fans, come on. Tonight, we would like to take a moment to recognize an individual that for many years has taught in the Pierce School District and worked at hundreds of games, keeping the book for volleyball and basketball at the head table. Tonight, that seat at the head table that was once held by Kim Davis sits empty. Kim was the life of the party and always kept everyone on their toes. Her love for kids, love of the game, and willingness to help in any way possible was an inspiration to everyone she knew. She will forever be missed at GMMS and Riggs High Gym. At this time, we would like to direct your attention to the Daktronics board as we take a moment of silence to reflect on Kim and her passion to be a Gov fan. Hey, buddy, we miss you. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask you to all please rise and pay proper respect to our flag by removing cover and placing your right hand over your heart. All of our veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. And now the playing of our national anthem. The officials for tonight's game have been licensed by the South Dakota High School Senior Association and hired upon mutual agreement of our competing schools.
Beautiful playing of our national anthem. And as you heard from that PA announcement, obviously, a moment of silence for Kim Davis. And again, our hearts continue to remain with her family, and we know that she's watching this one tonight.
Mackenzie Newell.
Cheerleaders being honored here for our pregame festivities. You see the pink shirts that are on both the fans tonight as well as the basketball players. It is pink night here at the gymnasium. As we will first meet the Mitchell Colonels.
London Hyatt.
First up, it's London Hyatt, freshman guard out of Mitchell. Lauren Van Overshield, one of their best players, a senior guard, standing at 5'4". Carson White, number 23. Addie Simpson, number 32.
And senior forward, number 33, Mackenzie Peterson.
And Mackenzie Peterson listed as both a forward and a center, tonight playing forward for the Colonels.
Head coach Dave Brooks.
Led, of course, by their head coach Dave Brooks in his third season, doing a tremendous job with this Mitchell program. And it's now time to meet your Pierre Governors.
A senior guard, number 4, Lennox Dupree.
First up, the superstar, Lennox Dupree.
A junior guard, number 11, Emery Larson.
Emery Larson, number 11. Sharpshooter from the outside.
Senior guard, number 20, Graceland Taylor.
Graceland Taylor, number 20.
A senior forward, number 23, Grace Richter.
Grace Richter, another solid piece, especially on the defensive
senior
side for the
forward, number
Govs.
24, Addison Soma.
And Addison Soma, who's already played in the JV game tonight, is going to be the starting lineup for the Govs in this one. That's your starting lineup for both Pierre and Mitchell. As we introduce you to our American Family Insurance Brittany Shovelbein Agency Scoreboard. Thank you to Brittany and American Family Insurance for sponsoring our scoreboard every single game. The Govs and the Colonels has produced nothing short of electricity the past few times. Will we see another one tonight? It'll be Grace Richter who will be leading off this tip-off for Pierre, and she'll be contested by Addie Simpson. You can feel the buzz in this venue. This promises to be a great one, folks. Let's settle back and enjoy this classic as they're gonna wipe down the floor on the outside real quick. There was apparently some perspiration, fluid, or something along those lines that they had to clean up real quick, so got some suspended animation as we wait for the cleanup to conclude. And you gotta love the true MVPs cleaning that stuff off the floor. I believe that's our athletic director, actually, who makes his way out the floor, and how about that? Gets it done for Pierre, gets it done for this game. Here we go, Govs, Colonels. Tip-off is gonna be won by Mitchell off a bit of a deflection to Carson White. And that ball is turned over. Graceland Taylor immediately gets it off the floor from London Hyatt. And now Pierre goes to work quickly. Lennox Dupree goes to Taylor. Taylor moves her way over to Soma. Soma gonna hand it off to Richter. Richter top of the key. That pass is deflected and taken away. An early turnover by Pierre. Lauren Van Overshield gets it. Now a three-point shot from the Colonels off the back of the iron and no good by London Hyatt. Offensive board though. Three-point shot on the way from White. No good. Another rebound this time by Hyatt. Hyatt just outside the post falls down and travel's called. So Pierre will get the basketball, but a lot of physicality in the early going here between the Govs and the Colonels. And quickly you see that Dave Brooks' team is using that full court press. Brooks, a former assistant coach at Mitchell, stayed for a number of years and took over 3 seasons ago, trying to give Mitchell their first back-to-back winning seasons in over a decade. Here's Dupree for 3, and she airballs it, out of bounds it goes. So Dupree was looking for a triple early, had the open look, but just didn't get the distance on that shot. And Pierre will respond to Mitchell's full court press, with one of their own. Let's see how the Colonels can negotiate this. Hyatt She's going to be able to get across half court. High post, has a wide open player in the corner. Three-point shot is no good from Van Overshield. Rebound fought for by Dupree, still on the ground. Van Overshield fighting for it. Tie up. Possession goes to the Govs. So Van Overshield and Dupree both went after the basketball, but Mitchell unable to retain possession. Good work by Dupree for diving after that. And now we'll see what Dupree and the Govs can do. Energy's buzzing here at Riggs High School. Crowd coming alive. Taylor had a miscommunication with Dupree, who tries to save it, but it's taken away by the Colonels. Dupree still fighting for the basketball, but unable to wrestle it away from Addie Seamson. Now here comes White, driving inside. Tried to put up a shot, but was fouled on the floor. So that shot attempt will not count, but it is a foul on the Governors, and it goes against Lennox Dupree, a push. So Dupree commits the first foul of the game. 6:28 to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass for the Colonels. Wide open three-point shot. Seamson no good. Rebound fought for by Peterson, and a foul committed by Soma. And Soma a little confused as to why that call was made. Official ruling that it was a push foul, and that's the second straight push foul committed by Pierre on this possession. And new life for the Colonels. Inbound pass for White. White is going to be able to just get it out. Peterson traveled. She was right at the charity stripe. Hesitated for a second, thought about going for the shot, and that brief moment of hesitation cost her. Pump fake by Grace Richter. Inbounds it to Dupree. Still no score, and we're almost 2 minutes into the game. Dupree trying to change that, almost lost it, just got it away to Taylor. Taylor back to Dupree, left wing. Dupree gets a screen from Soma. Dishes it over to Richter. Richter has an open player. It's Taylor for a three-point shot. No good. Ball deflects back to Taylor. And an offensive board for the Govs. Three-point shot, Larson, left wing. And Larson strikes first in this one. Immediately turned over back to Richter. Ball on the ground after the missed shot by Richter. Tie up, and we'll see who gets possession. It will go to the Mitchell Colonels. But Emery Larson with that massive three-point shot, and then Pierre just about followed it up immediately. Govs up 3-zip on the Colonels. Inbound pass to White. White, bullet pass up ahead to Van Overshield. Bounce pass to Peterson. Mid-range J from the baseline. No good. Rebounded by Seamson. Or check it, Van Overshield. Dishes it back out. Over to Hayek. Hayek in the high post. And there's contact and a foul. Foul going against Grace Richter, it looks like. Actually, they're going to call it on Gracelyn Taylor. So Taylor made the initial contact and drew the foul. And that is quickly 3 team fouls for the Governors. 5:34 to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass collected by Hayek. Hayek dishes it back. Seamson, or excuse me, White on the block and lost the basketball. Ripped away by Lennox Dupree. Fast break for Dupree, 4-on-1, and those odds don't usually work out. She turns it over. Dupree, instead of going to the teammates, tried to do it herself that time. Ended up costing her. Three-point shot. Addie Seamson, no good. Off the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Pierre will take possession. 5:10 to go in the first quarter, and two of the best defenses in AA are certainly winning the battle against the offenses right now. As I mentioned before, Pierre has allowed just 44 points in their last 5 games on average, and Mitchell allows only 41 points per game on average. Dupree, open three, right wing, off the back of the iron, no good. Richter unable to get it away from Hayek. London Hayek up ahead to Seamson. Seamson on the block, wild shot, no good. Dupree gets the rebound. Now a fast break for Pierre. Bounce pass up ahead to Soma. Soma tries to put up a shot but gets fouled. And Addison Soma heads to the free throw line. And you can see the contact that Soma took, but no hesitation. She saw the basket and she immediately wanted it. Foul's going to go against Lauren Van Overshield, it looks like. And that's going to be her first. So free throw on the way from Soma, and she nails it. Governors take a 4-0 lead. As Mitchell will make the first substitutions of the game. It's going to be London Schroeder who checks in, as well as CC Morgan. Soma trying to make it 5-0 with 4:44 to go in the first quarter. And she does just that. 2 points for Soma, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Pierce still using the full court press. Ball collected by CC Morgan. Morgan up ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder up against the baseline, lost the ball, but a foul was committed by Graceland Taylor. That's going to be her second in the early going. And that is not what Kirk Bebout and this team wanted to see early on. And he's kind of pointing to his head after the fact, and you can make your own call as to what he means by that. Inbound pass for the Colonels. Over to Hayek. Hayek, guarded by Taylor, to the right side. Ball collected by Weich. Carson Weich, that is. Weich, near the free throw line, gets it over to Morgan. High arcing three, no good. But Taylor trying to get the rebound, can't. Hayek has it. Hayek to a wide open Peterson who scores. And Mackenzie Peterson gets on the scoreboard, and so does Mitchell for the first time in this game. 5-2 Govs, 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Now Dupree. To the outside to Larson. Larson to Soma. Soma back to Dupree. Dupree lost it for a second. Gets it back. Finds Taylor. Taylor in the corner. Goes over to Soma. Soma driving. Soma lost the ball trying to put it up. And a tie-up. Possession will go to the Pierre Governors. So that was a bit of a lucky break for Addison Soma and Pierre. Soma and Graceland Taylor check out as Jasmine Yost will check in. And she'll be joined by Molly Olson. So Olson and Yost both in the game. Inbound pass to Dupree. Dupree's in a crowd, and she was fouled. So Mitchell got a little too aggressive trying to defend the inbound pass that time, and it resulted in Pierre getting a new shot clock and new life on this possession. Yost, gotta get it in, gotta hurry, just does to Larson. Larson to Dupree. Dupree pump fakes, drives inside, in the lane, shot up no good. Rebounded by Simpson. And now Addie Simpson goes to work. Up ahead to Schroeder. London Schroeder with a shot no good. Excuse me, the shot was by Hayek. Ball on the ground, and Pierre will get the tie-up and the basketball. It was actually C.C. Morgan. Couldn't tell if that was 4 or 44. It was C.C. Morgan who took that shot, and it was no good from mid-range. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. Dupree motions out Yost. And Lennox Dupree quickly across half court. Dupree to an open Larson. Here comes the corner three. Bullseye! Larson in the first quarter. And that's the kind of three-point shooting that Pierre wanted to see. Thomas Edison electric here in the capital city as that ball goes off the hands of London Schroeder. Schroeder couldn't hold on as the pass went off her hands along the far sideline. Dupree gets the pop fly inbound pass. Dupree at half court, getting some spacing up against White. Left side to Larson, she takes another three. No good this time, Morgan grabs the rebound. C.C. Morgan over to Addie Simpson. Long range pass up ahead to White. White spins, gets it back to Simpson. Simpson, now a three-point, nope, it's gonna be an inside opportunity actually. Shot no good from White. Richter trying to grab it. Jump ball called, and Mitchell will retain possession. But the Colonels down 8-2. This offense has just not been able to get much going in the early going. As London Hayek checks in and Mackenzie Peterson back in the basketball game. So Mitchell with their original starting five back on the floor. Over to Morgan, no good. Dupree can't get the rebound. It gets over to Hayek, and Hayek puts up a shot, can't get it to fall, but she was fouled. And London Hayek will head to the free throw line. So we've talked about offensive boards a lot this year, not just in the girls' games, but also with the boys' games. And we see that paying huge dividends for Mitchell on that possession. First free throw, no good from Hayek. Mitchell coming off a 24 season a year ago as Graceland Taylor checks in for Emery Larson. They were eliminated by Harrisburg as the number 2 seed. Both free throws no good. Dupree gets the rebound and then lost to Pierre in the consolation bracket of the state tournament a year ago. And you can bet that that loss has been weighing heavy on the mind of these Colonels. Richter from the top, guarded by Morgan, goes to Dupree. Dupree hesitates and finds Olson. Olson, opposite side to Yost. Three-point shot is airballed. Cameron gets the ball to stay in play. The shot goes in. Olsen, right place, right time, and what a save by Graceland Taylor to keep that ball in bounds. London Hayek hands off to CC Morgan. Morgan, opposite side for Van Overshield. Van Overshield. Now they go around the horn. Three-point shot for Hayek. No good off the front of the iron. Yost fighting for the rebound, and it bounces out to Dupree. Dupree on the fast break, lost the ball, stripped away by Hayek. And she will easily put it in for Mitchell's second basket of the game. Hayek on the board, 10-4 Govs. 1:25 to go in the first quarter. By the way, Mitchell is now in the bonus. Yost hesitates, bounces it to Olsen. Olsen right wing finds Dupree. Dupree gets a screen from Olsen, takes a three. No good. Olsen with the rebound. Bounce pass, could have taken the shot, probably should have. Instead, it's back out to Richter. That was a missed opportunity. On the hop to Dupree. Dupree spinning, high post. Has to get rid of it to Olsen. Three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Hayek. So a chance for at least a couple points that time goes away for Pierre. Now Van Overshield hesitates and fakes the three. Tries to get it out to CC Morgan. But ball out of bounds. Pierre will make a couple of substitutions here, as will Mitchell. Governors will send in Emery Larson once again, as well as Soma. 47.9 to go in the first quarter. Colonels with the basketball. Carson Weich biding her time and gets rid of it. In the far corner, trying to fight out of some traffic here is Mateo Graves. Opposite side, Weich in the high post. Off balance, almost traveled, just got rid of it to Peterson. Inside, Seamson, off balance, no good, as it bounces off the wiring that allows the board to hang overhead. Pierre will get the inbound pass. Full court press on the way from Mitchell after that odd turn of events. Dupree gets the inbound, guarded by Weich. Gonna hesitate and get across half court. Look at Kirk Bebout, wait for that play call. Trying to spin away from Weich. Shot clock turned off. Dupree to an open Taylor. Corner three, no good. Rebounded by Weich, by Hayek, and here she comes, trying to go coast to coast, no good. Rebound goes in for Carson Weich, and it's a 4-point game. That'll do it for the first quarter. Governors up 10-6 on the Mitchell Colonels. It's been a defensive-heavy game so far, and you wouldn't expect anything less between these two. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening in to high school basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel with your Pierre Governors. Back in 1.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Has it been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and methods which allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Welcome back to Pierre Governors basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Second quarter underway. Emery Larson with the basketball over to Grace Richter. Lennox Dupree from nearly half court, no good on the three-point shot. Rebound is taken up by Soma. Soma against the baseline, went out of bounds, and foul was committed by Mitchell, so Pierre will retain possession of the basketball as the foul was on the floor just before Soma stepped out of bounds. Governors up 10-6 on the Mitchell Colonels. We still got a long way to go. These defenses have been playing some suffocating basketball as of late. Dupree kicks it over to Taylor. Graceland Taylor finds an open Larson. Three-point shot is good. Larson with 3 triples. She's throwing Steven Strasburg levels of heat at the basket right now. 13-6 Govs on top with 7:26 to go in the second quarter. To the right side of Van Overshield. Dishes it over to White. And that pass is going to be taken away. Lennox Dupree, coast to coast. Dupree read that pass like a book. Got it away from White and makes it 15-6 Governors. Now Seamson goes over to Hayek. Hayek finds White, three-point shot, no good. Larson fighting for rebound, can't grab it. It's Hayek instead. Can't score off the offensive board as Peterson puts up a wild shot off her own offensive board, no good. Someone with the pass up ahead, couldn't handle it. Ball out of bounds, and it's Pierre basketball. 6:46 to go in the second quarter. Inbound pass coming up for the Govs, up 15-6. Trying to get it to Richter, ball goes out of bounds and knocks over a water bottle. Of course, it hit in the only place that it could. Didn't spill any water, thank goodness. Whoever's water bottle or thermos or Stanley Cup or whatever it is, whoever it belonged to, it stayed upright, or rather stayed closed, which is the most important thing right now. We already had one delay for some perspiration. Now it's Addie Seamson as two players fall down. One for the Govs, one for the Colonels. It was Richter and Mackenzie Peterson who collided. And the foul is going to be awarded, or rather taken by Pierre. So Pierre with Richter commits the foul. And some fans not agreeing with that call. Here's White from the left side. Just gets it over to Seamson. Seamson in some trouble. Back to White. Back to Seamson. Corner three. Got it. The first triple of the game goes to Carson White. Ratty Seamson, rather. Off the pass from White. Make it 15-9. Governors on top. 6:13 to go in the second quarter. Dupree from the left side. Governors trying to re-spark this offense. Over to Taylor on the left side. Taylor gets a screen from Richter. Finds Soma. Soma hands off to Dupree. Dupree in the post. Gets rid of it. Finds an open Taylor. Left wing three. In and out, no good. And rebounded by White. And Peterson falls down. Foul by Pierre. We'll see who committed the foul that time, but somebody apparently made some contact with Mackenzie Peterson's head. And it looks like that foul is going to go against Graceland, or rather Grace Richter for right now at least. Not sure if we ever got an official call on that. Inbound pass for Pierre. Apparently there was no foul. At least none that would give possession back to the Colonels. In fact, it was on Mitchell. So there's how that all went down. Thought the foul was going to be against Pierre. Dupree inside to Richter. Couldn't hold on. Ball out of bounds. And now it is Mitchell's basketball. So after that confusing turn of events, C.C. Morgan checks in. And Mitchell will go back to work on offense. The foul officially went against Mackenzie Peterson on that last play, her second of the game. So she is already now out after committing that foul and headed to the bench. As White had the basketball, foul committed away from the play, going against Pierre. And it's against Addison Soma, her second. That's now two Governors with two fouls early on in this game. Graceland Taylor and Addison Soma. Taylor has not committed a foul since the first quarter, though. Mid-range jumper no good by Hayek. Rebounded by Graceland Taylor. Taylor, opposite side, and London Schroeder tried to sell a push-off a little bit. Ball on a play here as Taylor was trying to get the ball to Richter, and Richter and Taylor obviously not on the same page. 5:14 to go in the first half. Inbound pass on the way for the Colonels. Pierre trying to win their fifth game in the last six. Have not lost at home in the month of February. Morgan over to Hayek. Hayek goes back to Morgan on the right side. Methodical offense from Mitchell. London Schroeder. Opposite side to Hayek. Hayek back inside to Morgan. Morgan spins away. Has to go across the court to White. White guarded by Dupree. Bounce pass, and Schroeder couldn't handle. Had an open corner three on the way. She could have held on to the basketball, but it went right through her fingers. 4:48 to go in the second quarter. Tried to get it off the bounce that time, did Schroeder, but it just bounced right over. A little bit of an awkward angle, and now she checks out. Matea Graves back in for the Colonels, as is Van Overshield. Emery Larson gets the inbound pass for Pierre. Larson stops, waits on Dupree and finds her. Dupree at the logo, goes to Taylor. Taylor goes inside the post, wide open. Dupree cuts to the basket. What a brilliant play by the Governors. That's exactly how you draw it up. Excellence of execution by the Governors. 4:35 to go in the second quarter. Timeout on the floor. We're going to stick with the action right here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. But what a phenomenal play design by Kirk Bebout and this Pierre Governors coaching staff on that one. That's one of those that comes down to good coaching and execution by the players and buying in to what your coach is telling you. And Lennox Dupree bought in and she cashed out with that basket. And you can tell that the student section, the crowd, they're starting to feel it. They are liking what they're seeing, and why wouldn't they? This Governors team is playing a tremendous brand of basketball tonight. Govs came into this game ranked number 43 in South Dakota, number 7 in Division AA, and number 35 in the Sioux Fall rankings. And in the Kirk Bebout era, they're 2-4 against the Mitchell Colonels. But they have not lost here at Riggs to these Colonels since 2021. And they've never lost to Dave Brooks in this venue. Mitchell will get the basketball out of the timeout. Colonels go to work to the opposite side to White. White back to Seamson. Up ahead to Morgan. CC Morgan double team momentarily, back to White. White pump fakes up against Richter. Going across the court, finds an open Graves. Matea Graves. Back to Richter, inside. That shot goes in. CC Morgan makes it 17-11. And the Colonels take another bite out of the Governors' lead. Lennox Dupree spinning across half court. Backs up to the logo. Motions out Taylor, and that pass is intercepted. Taken away by Graves. Going the other end, and she's fouled on the way up. Rather than Overshield was the one who was taking the basketball up. She got fouled. That's going to be a shooting foul, and the Colonels will head to the free throw line. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. And that was just a great read by Lauren Van Overshield to recognize where the basketball was going to be ahead of time. And she nails the free throw. 17-12. Colonels on top, or rather Colonels down to the Govs with 4 minutes to go in the first half as Jasmine Yost will check in for Gracelyn Taylor. Stick around for the KCCR Sports halftime show coming up after the second quarter comes to an end. Free throw is good, and the pass is intercepted again. The Colonels have it right back. Governors didn't get the execution right on the inbound pass, and just like that, the Colonels have a chance to make this a one-possession game. Opposite side, Van Overshield from Graves. Van Overshield goes right back to Graves on the left side. Graves guarded by Yost, looking for a screen. Not getting a lot of help right now. Van Overshield's got it, guarded by Yost on the switch up. Gets it back, three-point shot on the way, and no good from White. Rebounded by Richter. This time the Governors, as Richter falls down, it does get out to Dupree. Dupree gets it poked away from behind. Yost in the post. Back out to Soma. Soma tries to put up a shot and gets blocked. Back to Dupree. Three-point shot on the way. Off the iron, no good. Ball's deflected to the Colonels, and they've got it. Addie Seamson comes up with the rebound, and now Seamson goes to work against Richter. Seamson bounce pass to Graves, or Van Overshield rather. Back to the outside to White. Left side to Seamson. Seamson, fall away shot, no good, but she was fouled, or rather traveled on her way up. So the Governors will get the basketball. One of those bang-bang calls that could have gone either way. Molly Olson checks in for Jasmine Yost. 2:51 to go in the second quarter. Inbound pass for Richter. Gets it out to Dupree. Dupree across half court. Here she goes. Mid-range jumper. Yes, sir. There was no stopping Lennox Dupree that time. And she answered the call. 6 points for Dupree in the first half. 19-13 Governors. White goes to the opposite side to Seamson. Or rather Van Overshield. Now it's to Seamson. Seamson finds White. White back to Van Overshield. Looking for a screen from Morgan and gets it. And Lauren Van Overshield has an open player. Three-point shot from Seamson, no good. Dupree has an open Larson up ahead. Fast break, Larson one-on-one, off the ground, scores. Larson now with 11, 3 triples, and that 2-point shot. We've reached the proverbial 2-minute warning in the second quarter, with the Govs up 21-13. Seamson over to White, goes to the left side of Van Overshield. Finds Graves. Graves guarded by Olsen heavily. Colonels down by 8. In danger of deja vu from what they had Tuesday against Washington, as Seamson bobbles the basketball guarded by Richter, gets it out to Morgan. Now Graves with 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Shot from Van Overshield, no good. Rebounded by Emery Larson. So Van Overshield kind of had to just chuck that one up, and it was not the quality shot she was looking for. Great defense again by the Govs, giving Mitchell nothing right now. Soma has an open Dupree who cuts right to the basket. Floaters go off the glass. Lennox Dupree's maneuverability has been top-notch in this second quarter. Another graceful cut to the basket and another 2 points. This will be a full 1-minute timeout. We'll take one as well. Governors on top 23-13 over the Colonels. You're listening in to Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Back in one.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Welcome back to Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR. Action already underway. Lennox Dupree's got it. Dupree up ahead to Larson. Larson on the fast break. Makes an incredible move and scores. She just shed her defender that time, who came flying in, and Larson said, I've got this. Foul committed right at half court as the Govs go up 25-13 with 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. Substitution for the Govs. They'll send in Mackenzie Flotmeyer for the first time. So Flotmeyer comes in for Addison Soma. Final 40 seconds of the second quarter. On the outside, it's Hyatt. Hyatt gets rid of it to Graves. Matea Graves all the way to the glass, scores. Good take by Matea Graves. She's on the board for the first time in this game. Olsen against the half-court, rather full-court press. Gets it out to Dupree. Dupree far side. 20 seconds to go in this first half. Dupree getting hounded by Carson White. Shot clock is off. Maybe trying to bleed some clock here. Seems like that's what she's doing. Fakes the take. Now spins, has an open Olsen. She takes the triple and nails it. Olsen makes it 28-15. That will do it for a sensational first half of basketball by your Pierre Governors, and you can hardly hear yourself think in this loud venue. Govs on top 28-15 over the Mitchell Colonels, trying to win this one on big night and keep the good times rolling. We'll be back in 3 minutes with your KCCR Sports halftime show. We'll go over the stats of the first half as well as some other fun facts right here. So you better not go anywhere. We'll be back in 3 on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida, and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
It's my first year, and I'm here with our winner to today's game. Athlete should through your best teacher, Coach Ben. All of the above, I miss our class more. You impacted me and all of us so much more than you never know. I want to thank you for all the memories and for all of us. We still quote you on a regular basis. I'm not kidding. We basically quote you regularly. So we remember all the life lessons you taught us. And I just want to remind you the same strength and determination that you inspired in us when you carried through the junior fight. You're my best. You got this. Miss you. Go Dubs. And actually their support.
Hi Byerly, I just wanted to pop on here and thank you for all of the tough love and support that you gave me when I was a bonehead teenager, and just let you know that I'm thinking of you and rooting for you as you tackle all the obstacles that life throws your way.
Hi, Kylie. We hear that you were being honored at the game, which is so fun, and we wish we could be there. But we're all hanging out in Philly this weekend, which is so fun. But we just wanted to say thank you for all of the support that you've given all three of us and the many, many other women that have been through Lady Govs Athletics. And we are wishing you the best and wish we could be there. So thank you.
Byerly is the epitome of tough love. She's gonna tell you to cowgirl up and be tough and bring football pads in the basketball practice to beat you up. But she's always gonna greet you with love. She's gonna help you through problems outside of sports. She is amazing, and I'm so lucky that I got to have her in my life.
Hi, Coach Byerly, it's Jordan. I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you and keeping you in my prayers during this difficult time. I also want to thank you for being an incredible coach who made a significant impact on me, and just for being a salt of the earth human. The best memories I have of playing basketball were when I was on your team. So
So I'm thinking of you and sending you lots of hugs.
All right, we need to move along with our halftime program here. The rest of these videos will be able to be viewed out on social media for sure. All right, great problem to have. So much support for Coach Byron. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight for our special Pink Night celebration. And I dedicate this great perseverance community. At this time, we'd like to invite two special women to join us on the court.
And I think Pink Night video being played there for the last couple minutes. And hope that you were able to enjoy that in from home. The best we could audio-wise to get that video to play through. Still under our KCCR Sports halftime show, and a couple more important people being honored here on this Think Pink Night. And obviously the cause is a very noble one, and we obviously have our thoughts and prayers with all those who are affected by breast cancer and all the dangers and trials that come with it. Got some brave people in the world who have to deal with that kind of illness, and we wish them all the best in that. Looking over our halftime stats for this game, Pierre is leading the game, leading the game 28-15 right now, with Emery Larson leading the scoring with 13 points. Alex Dupree with 8, Addison Soma with 2 for the Govs, and Larson was a flamethrower in that first half with the 13 total points for the Govs, as well as 3 triples. Mitchell with 15, and the Pierre defense just done a tremendous job of holding them off thus far. Carson White with 3, Addie Simpson with 3, Mackenzie Peterson with 2, Matea Graves with 2, and London Hayek also with 2 points. And as the honors and celebrations continue here at the half, and really appreciative of this Think Pink Night and all that it offers here in the capital city and across the capital city area. We've got 3 minutes left before we come back, so we're going to take a quick timeout, and when we do return, we'll have Pierre Governors basketball against the Mitchell Colonels for the second half. It's going to be a good one, folks. Don't go anywhere. Back in 3.
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric for free estimates. Commercial, residential, and farm wiring. You'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Welcome back to Pierre Governors basketball on KCCR. Second half already in progress, and Gracelyn Taylor wasting no time, forcing a turnover. Gets it over to Lennox Dupree as two Colonels hit the deck. Inside pass to Soma. She scores. 30-15 to the Govs. It is now the third quarter. Despite what the scoreboard may say on our YouTube stream, I'll get that corrected in just 1 second. Meanwhile, on the other end, a race for the basketball. Taylor lets it go out of bounds, and Pierre will get the basketball. Last touch by Hayek. So the Pierre defense doing what they did in the second and first quarter, creating pressure on this Mitchell offense and forcing turnovers and mistakes. Emery Larson with the basketball at the logo. Gets it away to Dupree. Dupree on the right side. What a move. Step back three. No good off the side of the backboard. Richter able to save it, though. Offensive board for the Govs. Three-point shot for Larson. Emery Larson with her fourth three-point shot. And the Governors get a 33-15 lead as Larson gets 17. What a game for Emery Larson. And now with 6:58 to go in the third quarter, she continues to cruise. Govs are really starting to take it to Mitchell now, as the Colonels have just not been able to find anything offensively to match what Pierre's been producing. And there's another turnover, stripped away by Richter, just able to be saved by Van Overshield, but she traveled. And Pierre will get the basketball anyways. The frustration continues to build for Mitchell here tonight. Nothing seeming to go their way offensively. That ball deflected out of bounds. Touched by Simpson, and actually it was last touched by the Governors. They're going to rule that Richter touched it out of bounds, so the Colonels will get the basketball back. You don't see that kind of play every day. That's great defense by Mitchell to capitalize, though. Van Overshield, guarded by Larson, looking for the right side. Hands off to White. White able to find Simpson. Simpson goes all the way to the basket. Can't get the finish. Rebound by Van Overshield. Floaters up, off the glass, no good. Trying to get the rebound is Hayek, still fighting for it. It's between the legs of Taylor. A tie-up, possession goes to the Governors. 6:26 to go in the third quarter. Full court press installed by Mitchell. And the Colonels want a timeout as Dave Brooks calls his team over to the bench. Not liking what he's seen in this early going. This is a 30-second timeout. Mitchell entering the game 13-4 overall, 12-3 in AA play. Near the top of the AA standings. But they are far from out of the woods as far as this season is concerned. Their remaining teams have a combined record, including Pierre, of 64-18 on the season. So you're talking about some of the toughest teams in AA basketball that Mitchell is having to go up against right now. And with the postseason approaching, you want to be playing tough competition, but not when it comes at the diminishment of your record. So Grace Richter will get the inbound pass, and the Govs will go back to work up 18 on their opponent. Lennox Dupree from behind half court, guarded by White. Dupree able to get it across half court. Back at the logo, hesitates. Still guarded by White. Taylor bobbles it, but does grab it. Larson goes all the way across the court. Back to Dupree, thought about the three. Now Taylor drives, floats, shoots, scores. No, rather does not score, no good. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Pierre will retain possession. 6:02 to go in the third quarter. Inbound pass coming up for Gracelyn Taylor. Taylor gets it out to Richter. Richter bounce pass inside. Dupree spinning away, fading away, shooting and not scoring. Ball is collected and rebounded by Simpson. Simpson across half court. Bounce pass back out to White. White in the far side. Gets it back to Peterson. Mackenzie Peterson guarded by Soma. Hands off to White. Thought about the three. Goes back to Van Overshield. And Overshield almost lost it. Just bounces it over for a three-point shot. No good from Simpson. Rebound is going to be deflected back and blocked by Richter. Grace Richter all over it. This ball goes straight up in the air, taking a hard fall as Peterson. She last touched it, trying to pry the ball away from Larson. And Pierre will get the basketball back. 5:23 to go in the third quarter. Inbound pass on the way from Taylor. And it looks like the Colonels will send in CC Morgan for London Hayek. So Morgan back in the contest. Taylor has an inbound pass to Larson. Richter fires a pass, a bullet pass back to Taylor. Taylor able to find Dupree. Three-point shot, right wing Larson. No good this time. He's had a heck of a game, but couldn't get that one to fall. But still, Emery Larson with 16 points and showing no sign of letting up. This is going to get by a couple players. Still end up in the hands of Mitchell. Mid-range J on the way. No good from Peterson. Offensive board. And almost an and one for Lauren Van Overshield, who will head to the free throw line to try to cut the deficit to 16 for the Mitchell Colonels. Mitchell last won a state championship in the early 2010s. As that first free throw is up and no good. And again, the scoring issues continue as Addison Soma checks out. Molly Olson back in the game. Last year, Mitchell was 2-7 at home in an odd, or rather 2022-23, they were 2-7 at home in an odd occurrence, while they were 7-3 on the road. So historically, they've been a better road team. The same goes this year, 6-3 at home, 7-1 on the road. But they're having trouble with Pierre tonight. Larson, right wing three, cash money! Emery Larson with a 19, I was about to say 20, almost 20, 19-point basketball game thus far, and her fourth triple of the night. Three-point shot on the way here and no good. Rebounded by Van Overshield. Taking a hard fall and grasping at her eye is Addie Simpson, right in front of the student section, and wonder if she almost had to get poked in the eye or something. Hope that she's okay, but she is clutching that right side of her face. And the training staff for Mitchell will make their way out, and looks like Simpson able to get up, but you can tell she's in a lot of pain, and I do believe it is that eye that ended up getting hit. And it's good to see her getting up. Hope the best for Addie Simpson, but she will make her way back to the locker room. If not her eye, it was somewhere in the head area. Hope that she's okay. Inbound pass for the Colonels. Up ahead to Morgan. Morgan, and that is going to be a 3-second violation, or a foul rather, on the Governors. It's going to be against Gracelyn Taylor. That's going to be her fourth. So Taylor will have to check out as Addison Soma checks in. Thought that was a 3-second violation. Didn't quite seem like 3 seconds, but I didn't see Taylor commit the foul either. Must have been slight contact. Big conversions for the basketball as Hayek took a shot. 4 pure players it looked like were surrounding the basketball. It's deflected out of bounds, and Mitchell will retain possession down 36-16. And now Molly Olson needs to tie her shoe, and does so well. Of course, I don't know if there's a huge skill line to tying your shoe. It is something you got to do well. 3-point shot on the way, no good, especially in basketball, because you got to be able to do that when you're running so hard. Soma tried to get the rebound, unable to. Here with the inbound pass, as there was a foul committed by the Colonels. And now the official is going to call a foul against Pierre. So a bit of a confusion. Foul goes against Soma, her third. I don't know if that was a correction to the initial call or what that was. But either way, Mitchell with the basketball. Seen some strange stuff tonight. Never know what you're going to get. CC Morgan from the outside to the left side, collected by the Colonels. Here's Hayek. Puts up a mid-range shot and was fouled by Molly Olson. So London Hayek will head to the free throw line. The Colonels trying to take some sort of bite out of this 20-point lead, but With 3:57 to play in the third quarter, just seems like time's winding down for Mitchell to do really anything to stop Pierre from winning this basketball game. They've been trying their hardest, but it's tough when Pierre's playing as good a defense as they are. Hayek makes the free throw. That's now her third point of the night. And the lead is down to 19. Hayek can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Soma, as we'll see Mitchell send in a couple new players in just a moment. Molly Olson is fouled by London Hayek before she even got across half court. Hayek blocking is the call that time. So we will see Addie Simpson back in the game. Good to see. Mackenzie Peterson checks out. So glad to see that Simpson is able to shake off whatever that injury was, and hopefully that was just a poke in the eye sort of deal. Olsen gets a big screen from Soma, tries to go inside to Richter and is unable to. Intercepted by the Colonels and specifically by Simpson. Hayek, or rather White, thought about the three-point shot. Instead they go across the court. Stepping back and taking the three now is Simpson, and she gets it. Well, there must be no lack of vision right now, because Addie Simpson just buried that three-point shot, almost intercepted. Dupree just able to get it ahead. Now it's Soma trying to go off the glass and is fouled by CeCe Morgan. And Addison Soma will head to the free throw line. Addison Soma becoming a bigger and bigger part of this starting lineup. Not the highest volume scorer, but what she lacks in scoring, she makes up for in physicality and defense in the inside the post. And she's done it once again here tonight. Soma's free throw no good. Govs trying to move to 10-7 on the year after a 5-6 start. This would make 5 of 6. Again, the only loss, that tough loss by 7 to T a couple weeks ago. Both free throws no good, and the rebound collected by Van Overshield, rather by Simpson. Simpson goes across the court to Hayek. Hayek guarded by Olsen, has to get rid of it, back to Simpson. Simpson tries to drive and is fouled by Grace Richter, and that'll send Addie Simpson to the free throw line. So Addie Simpson seemingly no worse for wear after that shot she took in this early portion of the third quarter. I'm actually going to say that that wasn't a shooting foul, and now they will. So we went from an inbound pass to a shooting foul and back around again. Actually, it wasn't due to it being a shooting foul. It's because of the Colonels now being in the bonus. But looked like a shooting foul initially. Either way, the free throw goes in here. And a chance to make it a 14-point game for Addie Simpson, who's now got 7. Misses the second, rebounded by White. Gets it out, three-point shot, Van Overshield dives. Lauren Van Overshield with her first basket. And all of a sudden, it's a 12-point game. 36-24 Governors, the Colonels, creating a bit of a comeback. 30-second timeout, we'll stick with the action. 2:55 to go in this third quarter. Govs up 36-24. And this was a game that Pierre was up by as much as 20 not that long ago. But things have quickly changed, and Mitchell showing why they are 13-4, one of the better teams in AA because of the resilience and the heart that they show in games. And they're showing a lot of that right now. But this is as tough as they've had it offensively, seemingly the entire year. They have not been able to get much going against this Pierre defense, which has just been stonewalling them. However, the tide starting to shift in this late third quarter, and maybe it will be enough to put Mitchell in position for the comeback. Inbound pass coming up for the Govs and Grace Richter. Richter facing the full court press, got it to Dupree. Dupree guarded by Carson White. And lost the basketball, poked away. Here's London Hayek, coast to coast. 26-36, it's a 10-point game just like that. Inbound pass is deflected out of play. Here will retain possession, but you can tell that Mitchell bench is getting fired up as the Govs all of a sudden have watched a 20-point lead dwindle to 10. Cut in half by this Colonels team. Dupree at the lettering. Gets it to Larson in the far corner. Going across the court and almost lost it as she somehow was able to find Olsen, got over the head of Hayek. trying to go inside to Soma. She can't hold it. And the wheels are coming off the bus for Pierre in this late portion of the third quarter. All the execution that was prevalent in the early part of this game has suddenly left the Govs, and they're just not in sync right now. Carson White with the basketball. White guarded by Lennox Dupree. Gets rid of it to London Hayek. Hayek, high dribble, probably should have been a double dribble. Three-point shot is good from Addie Simpson. Her second triple of the third quarter, and it is a 7-point Governors lead. A frenzy in the third quarter. Dupree gets across half court, guarded by White. Dupree gets a screen from Soma. At the top, just got that one over to Olsen, almost taken away by Van Overshield. Richter's got it. They go around the horn to Larson. Larson pump fakes and finds Soma. Soma looking back to Dupree. Dupree guarded by Van Overshield inside to Soma. Soma, tough shot, no good. Tremendous defense by Mitchell. And now the Colonels with a chance to make it a 5-point game. That ball out of bounds off the foot of Grace Richter. Some Gov fans disagree with the call, but regardless, it is Colonel basketball. Inbound pass to Hayek, just beyond half court, guarded by Olsen. Hayek tries to use her handles to move past Olsen. Instead, gets it out for a three-point shot to Simpson. Off the iron this time, and Olsen with the rebound. So Simpson went for the jugular, but couldn't get the shot in the basket. Now it's Soma. At the top of the key, back to Larson. Larson to Dupree. Dupree going to Richter. In the corner to Olsen. Now around the horn again. Dupree gets a screen, finds an open Richter. Pump fakes, thought about the three, back to Dupree. Dupree to Larson. Nowhere to go for Pierre on the three-point shot. Now they've got one. Step back three. Dupree no good. Richter with the rebound. Inside to Soma. She's fouled. And Addison Soma to the free throw line. And that was all set up by the offensive possessions that Pierre managed right there, thanks to the multiple offensive rebounds. Mitchell about to send in a substitution. Mackenzie Peterson will check in soon. Soma did go 0 for 2 from the free throw line her last time up. Let's see if she can amend for that right here. First one goes in for Addison Soma. He's now got 3, 37-29 Govs. As we'll see London Hayek check out, Mackenzie Peterson back in the game. Peterson and Simon rather, will swap position. .38 to go in the third quarter. Soma misses the second, rebounded by C.C. Morgan. Morgan gets it out to White. Carson White, hesitating, gets it back to Van Overshield. Van Overshield guarded by Richter. Opposite side to Simon, or Seaman rather. Seaman trying to hold on, and she's not going to be able to. A foul committed. Let's see who it's going to be against Mitchell. There was a fight for the basketball, and Pierre able to win that argument against Addie Simpson. Foul going against Mackenzie Peterson, who came in late on that play, and the Govs will have it back. 13.5 to go in the third quarter. Inbound pass to Dupree. Shot clock turned off. Lennox Dupree gets a screen from Soma. Down to 5 seconds. Larson back to Dupree with 2, with 1. Larson for 3. No good. Third quarter over. Govs on top, 37-29, but the Colonels make a ferocious comeback. They brought it within 8. We're set up for a phenomenal finish here at Riggs. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Riggs High School. Dylan Simmons on the call with you, and we are set for fourth quarter action between your Pierre Governors and the Mitchell Colonels. One of the biggest games of the year for the Govs girls basketball team, trying to get maybe their biggest win of the season here at home against these Colonels, who are 13-4 overall, but they have stormed back from down 20 to make it a single-digit game. Three-point shot, CC Morgan from the corner, over the basket, no good. Rebound by Taylor, up ahead to Richter. Grace Richter stops just beyond half court and gets it to Dupree. Dupree at the logo, gets a screen from Soma. Dupree finds Taylor. Taylor just takes the three and makes the three. Why not? Graceland Taylor buries the triple. 40-29 Govs. Sometimes you gotta be fearless, and Graceland Taylor showing no sign of fear on that shot. Now Mitchell in need of a response. The lead back up to 11. Morgan spinning away, trying to find some separation from Soma. Got rid of it to Van Overshield. Opposite side to Seamson. Addie Seamson. Back to Van Overshield in the post, trying to put it up and try the scoop layup, and was blocked. Pierre's going to get the basketball. Last touch by Van Overshield. That was a slow developing play, and Pierre made Van Overshield pay for it. She tried to get the scoop layup to go in and just couldn't find anywhere to go with it. Again, the Govs defense comes up huge, as they have for most of this game. Bullet pass to Larson. Larson back to Dupree. 6:46 to go in the fourth. Taylor hesitating, lost the ball. Last touch by Morgan. So Pierre will retain possession. Morgan trying to grab it and secure it for the Colonels, but was unable to. Taylor the inbound. Pump fakes to Dupree. Dupree finds Larson, takes another three. High arcing three, this time off the front of the iron and no good. Rebound taken by Van Overshield. Lauren Van Overshield, left side. Wyke up against the baseline, back to Morgan. She takes the three. Off the side of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Wyke. Offensive board for the Colonels. Van Overshield near the post. Backs up, almost to the logo. Still trying to find some spacing against Larson, goes back to Morgan. Morgan on the far side, over to Wyke. Wyke pump fakes, guarded by Dupree. Gets it back now. And almost losing the ball that time, trying to put up a shot. Now a three-point shot is on the way and no good from Seaman, but she gets the ball back again anyway. Another offensive board, now a three-point shot, Van Overshield, no good. And finally, Graceland Taylor secures the rebound and has an open Larson up ahead. Larson spinning, wild shot, no good. That would have been a highlight reel. Kind of had to do it off balance, was looking to draw contact. Now Wyke to an open Van Overshield, corner three's good. Van Overshield capitalizes on the fast break as the Govs' transition defense was caught napping. They were not anticipating that play. 40-32 Govs, 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Dupree to Taylor. She heaves up another three, and she got it again! Graceland Taylor missed fourth quarter tonight with two triples in the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds of the final quarter of action. Govs up 43-32. Timeout on the floor taken by Pierre. We're going to stick with the action for now. Govs on top by 11. And what a start for Graceland Taylor. She had been quiet the entire game up until that point, at least as far as scoring was concerned. Hadn't hit a single basket until those two threes that we just saw. But she's been known for making clutch shots at times throughout not just this season, but her entire career here at Riggs. She had 14 points against Harrisburg, second most on the team just a short time ago. Had 8 points versus Douglas not that long ago. She's been known for coming up clutch in huge moments, and she just did it again right there. And most importantly, what that does for Pierre is it establishes some distance between themselves and Mitchell, who once had this game as close as 7 points, now down 11, and the Govs can somewhat sit on that, but they can't get too cocky and they can't get too lax at this point, because we've seen already in this game just how quick Mitchell can turn around the deficit. Now we'll see what Addie Simpson and this Mitchell offense can do. Inbound pass to White. White goes across the floor to Hayek. Fast break being utilized in transition. Van Overshield to an open White for a three, and she got it. A big triple by Carson White. And that will be her second three-point shot of the game. Full court press used by the Colonels. Dupree gets across half court. Dupree, isolated, finds Richter. Now Dupree from the far side. Moves right past her defender, back to Richter, who pump fakes. Richter all the way across the floor. Larson just kept it alive. Couldn't go for three, though, because of the inaccuracy of the pass. Now Taylor has an open Richter. Thought about the three, instead decided not to take it. Goes to Dupree. Now she's got it. This time she won't hesitate, and she'll be rewarded for it. Grace Richter, patience is a virtue, and her patience paid off big time. 46-35, and the three-point shots are raining in this fourth quarter. White, guarded by Larson. Double team, now gives it up to Van Overshield. Or check it, actually that's Matea Graves. Graves now in the game. Now Van Overshield lost the ball. Who last touched it? It was last touched by the Governors, as Van Overshield a little slow getting up. There's been a lot of beating and banging tonight, especially inside the post. As we'll see CeCe Morgan check back in the game. And with her ability in the post, that is certainly a huge asset to Mitchell late in the going. What a move by Hayek. Sidestep three-point shot is no good. Ball on the ground, tie up. Possession goes to Pierre. Good work by Lennox Dupree to fly in and basically rip away that basketball for the Governors. And now Mitchell really starting to feel the pressure of the clock getting to them. Lennox Dupree gets it off to Taylor. Up ahead to Dupree. Great pass by Taylor. Now Larson, high arcing three, no good. And a tough shot taken by Hayek, and a foul committed by Grace Richter. And for Richter, that'll be her third of the game. Inbound pass coming up for the Colonels. 3:32 to go in the fourth. Simpson gets it out, collected by Wyke. Wyke up ahead to Hayek. Hayek back to Wyke. Now Hayek again. Floaters up, no good, up and over the rim. Ball out of bounds, and Pierre will get it as Hayek couldn't secure the rebound. And right now for the Govs, the main thing they've got to keep in mind, ball security. Don't give Mitchell anything easy at this point in time. Just play your brand of basketball. Dupree goes across the floor to Taylor. Taylor stutter steps around Wyke, now finds Larson. Larson, guarded by Hayek. Larson, still nowhere to go, now goes to Dupree. Dupree back to Taylor. Taylor has an open Richter. Already made 1-3, decided not to go for it, takes it, goes to Larson. Larson from way downtown, no good, and rebounded by London Hayek. Hayek bobbled the ball for a second, instead gets it out. Simpson had it for a moment. Van Overshield tried to go back to Simpson and just did. Three-point shot is open for Hayek. Busted coverage, and Mitchell capitalizes. 38-46. London Hayek has 8 and another triple with a Big Ben-size shot in this one. Dupree goes to Larson. Larson across the floor to Richter. Richter back to Larson. Pierre methodically working the basketball around the arc. One more three could seal it, but Pierre's being patient, leading that clock down. Larson, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Now Taylor takes the three and airballs it. Her aggressiveness paid off early in this fourth quarter, but not so much that time. And Mitchell's given new life with 2:08 to play in the fourth quarter. London Hayek with the inbound pass. Govs fans urging this girls team to finish the job. But first, a timeout taken by Dave Brooks. And a well-timed timeout as well. This is going to be a 30-second timeout. Brooks, a veteran who's seen a lot, knows a lot, understands when the last time when it is the opportune time, I should say, in the game to take a timeout, and now definitely seems like it could be. Right at 2 minutes to go. What's at stake? The Colonels trying to get to 14-4. Govs trying to get to 10-7 on the season and win their 5th game in the last 6. Also maintain their undefeated streak at home since the month of January. Haven't lost at home since the game to Brandon Valley and haven't lost here to Mitchell since 2021. Kirk Bebout trying to accomplish all of that here tonight. Mitchell 7-1 on the road. They have not lost to a team below 500, but they're 5-4 against teams over 500, and they could be on the verge of going to 5-5. Van Overshield, bounce pass to Morgan, outside, three-point shot by Seamson, off the side of the iron, no good. Morgan secures the rebound. Back to Seamson, drives underneath the basket, gets fouled by Soma, and she heads to the line for 2. And it's all about the offensive rebounding for Seamson on that play. Just outraced Soma to the basketball and immediately cashed in. It was actually Morgan who got the rebound, but then it was Seamson underneath the basket outracing Soma. It allowed her to put up the shot. And she makes an all-important free throw to make it a 7-point game. One of the lower scoring games we've seen in this venue this season, but it's not for lack of quality. These two defenses continue to be lights out. She makes both of them, and we've got a 46-40 basketball game. That ball immediately tipped out of play. Pierre will retain possession. Grace Richter will do the honors. Govs up 6, but you got to be careful. 1:50 to go. Richter gets it to Dupree. Dupree gets contacted a little bit. No foul called. Dupree with the basketball. Guarded by Hayek. Goes to Richter. Richter in the far corner. Back to Dupree. Dupree looking for a screen from Soma. Gets it. Moves right past the defense. Finds an open Richter. Hesitates on the 3 again. Makes the defender slip and fall down. Dupree still with it. And she lost the ball. Taken away by Hayek. And now London Hayek finds an open player. It's going to be White. White back to Hayek. Hayek in some trouble. Bounces it to Morgan. Morgan, three-point shot. Van Overshield got fouled and still made it. A chance for a 4-point play and a 2-point game. Oh my gracious. Lauren Van Overshield with the biggest shot of the game to date. And an unbelievable swing of momentum. Pierre was up by as much as 20 in the 3rd quarter, and now it's a 2-point game. Van Overshield with 10. Full court press. Dupree with the basketball. Governors got to be careful in this situation. You can't waste this opportunity. High octane energy inside Riggs High School. Taylor back to Dupree. Shot clock down to 17. 50 seconds remaining in the game. Barring overtime, of course, which is a possibility. Soma back to Taylor. Dupree's got it. Shot clock down to 8 now. Dupree takes her time. Mid-range J fouled, and she will head to the free throw line. Missed the shot, but she's got a chance to sink 2 and make this a 4-point game. Great job by Lennox Dupree to push her way to the basket. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Force your way into the teeth of that defense and force the contact, and that's what Dupree just did. Dupree makes the first free throw. Clutch as she's been all year long. 9 points for Dupree tonight, and a chance at double digits and a 4-point lead. But first, Dave Brooks will call a timeout with 30 seconds in total. Actually, they're going to make this a full 1-minute timeout. We're going to stick with the action. Govs up 47-44 on the Mitchell Colonels. Govs trying to move to 10-7 on the season. 9-7 in AA play. Trying to win tonight at home. On pink night, a special night for a variety of reasons. And the Govs playing with a lot of emotions throughout this game, but they've shown some inspiring stuff, and now they want to finish the job that they set out for themselves early on in the game. But what's also got to be commended is the Mitchell Colonels comeback attempt. They've been unbelievable in their efforts to get back into this basketball game, which looked dead to rights at one point. Looked like Pierre had this thing wrapped up. They were up by 20 points in the third quarter, but this Mitchell team, as they've done all year long, refused to quit, fought their way back into this one, and now they've set themselves up with a chance, maybe a slimmer chance, but a chance nonetheless to take this one on the road. It would be their 6th win this year against the team over 500. For the Govs, this could be their biggest win of the season and could propel them to an even higher seed in the upcoming SODAC 16. So much on the line tonight. This to make it a 2-possession game. And she got it. Lennox Dupree goes 2 for 2. 48-44, full court press by Pierre. Hyatt trying to make her way past half court. Goes to White. White, left side, bounce pass to Morgan. Gets rid of it to Van Overshield. Now back to White. Carson White to Morgan. Morgan finds Hyatt, 3-point shot. And she got it. Another clutch 3 by the Colonels, 48-47. Foul committed by Mitchell. It goes against Carson White. And they are looking over at the coaching staff, trying to figure out what to do next. Apparently not clear on the call, and now a timeout taken by Kirk Bebout. 17 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Govs up by only 1. And again, Mitchell's incredible consistency from beyond the arc is what's got them back into this game, and they do it once again with London Hayek, who's made a couple of huge triples in this fourth quarter to propel this game to this point. Last year, the Colonels got off to a 16-0 start in the regular season. Ended up falling to 20-4 by the time the season came to an end. But they were very nearly a perfect regular season team. They're so hard to beat in the regular season for all the reasons I've listed before. The solid defense, the timely shooting, and everything in between. And usually it has been that defense that's led the charge, but tonight it's been the offense, putting them back in the game, making clutch shots. Colonels showing they can do it either way. And now they've got to do it again, but for Pierre, it's all about preserving what's theirs. Soma inbound pass to Taylor, and she's immediately fouled by London Hayek. That will be the 3rd team foul committed by Mitchell. And it looks like they're going to try to do this again and again until they can force Pierre into bonus territory. Soma quickly inbounds it to Larson. Larson is fouled immediately again by Lauren Van Overshield. 4th team foul, expect to see one more. And only a couple seconds have elapsed, so 15 seconds left on the clock in regulation. Soma, gotta be careful here. Going for the Hail Mary, going for the throw. Up ahead to Richter. Richter lost the basketball. Stripped away by Simpson. And a timeout taken by Dave Brooks. An unbelievable turn of events. They went for the jugular, and they got burned by the Mitchell defense as Richter couldn't put it in the basket. Lost the ball as Simpson just poked it away from her on the opposite end. And with 9.7 to go, Mitchell's going to have the basketball with a chance to win it. The shot clock's not going to be a factor at this point. And now if you're Pierre, how do you handle this situation? That's going to be the question. Pierre's defense has been up to the challenge tonight, but can they manage it one more time? See the fans sitting on pins and needles right now. The drama, well, it's like watching something out of Shakespeare. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen next or what dramatic turn this game's going to take, but everyone's on the edge of their seat. No one is going to be left shocked after what we've seen in this one. Anything's possible. Remember, Mitchell has been exemplary from the three-point line in the recent going of this game. Will they try to go for the triple once again, or can they get something even better? Either way, a 3 or a 2 gives Mitchell the lead. Will Pierre maybe attempt to foul? And before that, Kirk Bebout takes another timeout. So Bebout will talk it over. That was immediately after the Brooks timeout. This is going to be a full 1-minute timeout. We're going to stick with the action. Governors on top 48-47. If you're just joining us on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel, this is KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. And right now the Governors are trying to keep the avalanche of the Colonels at bay. Mitchell, of course, playing at the world-famous Corn Palace, and they've brought the energy of the Corn Palace here to the capital city tonight. But the Govs have their own energy and their own fan base, who is so enthusiastic and hopeful for a victory tonight, with so much behind these Govs. They always play with nothing to fear and everything on their shoulders, and they show just how good they can be game after game after game. But right now, the defense is going to have to step up in a huge way. Carson White to inbound. 9.7 to go. Mitchell with the basketball. White quickly to Simpson. Clock down to 6 seconds. Simpson to the corner. Ball taken by Hayek. She lost the basketball. It goes out on Pierre. Last touch by Dupree. Clock down to 5 seconds to go. Carson White will inbound. This could be the last chance to dance for the Colonels. White gets rid of it to Morgan. Morgan spins, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound underneath the basketball, still loose, and that will do it. The Governors survive 47-48. What a stunner in the capital city. Can you feel the electricity here tonight, folks? What a win for the Govs. It wasn't easy. It wasn't textbook, but it was a victory. And the Governors get the job done in dramatic fashion and get perhaps their biggest win of the season over the Mitchell Colonels. And you may have saw the reaction from one Kirk Bebout. It's not often you see that sort of emotion from him, but he went out onto the court and he was letting the emotion fly, and you can't blame him. What a win for this Pierre Governors basketball team on pink night, with so much on their minds, so much on their hearts. And we know that somewhere, someone's watching, and I'd say that they couldn't be prouder of this team. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have post-game coverage as your Pierre Governors pull out the 48-47 win over the Mitchell Colonels. Stats and more coming up right after this here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Back in 3.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back here on Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Dylan Simmons joining you, and what a game, a legendary one here tonight in the capital city as your Pierre Governors pick up a 48-47 win over the Mitchell Colonels in dramatic fashion. They were up by as much as 20 at one point. Mitchell coming back and storming back in the fourth quarter to make this one extremely stressful if you were a Governors fan late. But the important thing is that Pierre pulled it off. They moved to 10-7 on the season, 9-7 in AA play. They improved their standing in the AA standings, and now they have a chance to get an even higher seed towards the SODAC 16 and the state tournament. The state tournament, I should say, not the stake tournament, although that would be a good one. But either way, Pierre's going to put themselves in position to be even higher up in that standing mark. Mitchell drops to 13-5 on the season, 12-4 in AA play, and if things continue to go their way, Pierre may be able to outlast Mitchell and maybe even get the tiebreaker, depending on how things go throughout the rest of this season. For our stats tonight, Mitchell was led in scoring by Addie Simpson with 11, as was London Hayek also with 11, those two combining for 22 points apiece. Both of them leading the Colonels overall in scoring. Lauren Van Overshield also had 10 points. 3 double-digit scores for Mitchell. Really, it was those players that kind of guided the boat for Mitchell tonight. They had some other solid players as well. Carson Wyke had 6, Mackenzie Peterson with 2, but that was it. That's all the scorers outside of Matea Graves, who also had 2 for Mitchell here in this one. Meanwhile, for Pierre, they were led by a tremendous performance by Emery Larson. 19 points, 4 triples tonight here at home against this Mitchell Colonels basketball team. Molly Olson with 2. Lennox Dupree had a solid 10 as well, including some big shots late, as well as 2 huge free throws, which were just enough to put Pierre over the edge and win this basketball game in the late going. Gracelyn Taylor with 6, Grace Richter with 3, Addison Soma also with 3, and that's how the Governors got their 48 to Mitchell's 47. Governors entered the game giving up 44 points in their last 5 games combined, and they just about hit that quota once again. Governors score an average of 55, didn't quite meet that tonight, but they outdid what Mitchell usually does on defense. They usually only give up 41, and Pierre outscored that by 7. So still a tremendous effort from Pierre as far as an offense was concerned. And like I said, it wasn't an easy one. When you think about everything that took place late in that game and what Pierre had to do, it took a lot of tenacity and a lot of determination. A lot of teams may have folded, a lot of teams may have given up, but this Governors team, they just refused to do that as they've done all season long. This was truly an inspiring performance, and I think that it's going to be one that a lot of people will get a lot of hope out of, even in a tough situation. Of course, we've been thinking a lot about Kim Davis and her unfortunate passing this past Thursday, but as I mentioned before, I'd say that she's probably looking down and very happy with the way things have turned out, and I'd say she's very proud of this Governors girls basketball team. And man, what a memory that this one will be for years to come, no matter how way you slice it. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout once again. When we come back, we'll have more Pierre Governors girls basketball action with your post-game show. We'll be back in 3 minutes' time, hopefully with some post-game interviews. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Back in 3.
Rev up your drive with Capital City Ford in Pierre. Dive into our impressive lineup of Ford vehicles, from sleek sedans to robust trucks. At Capital City Ford, we're not just about selling cars, we're about crafting exceptional experiences. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you in finding the perfect Ford that suits your lifestyle and budget. Visit us today and let us evaluate your driving experience with Capital City Ford.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric for free estimates. Commercial, residential, and farm wiring. You'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to the capital city. Dylan Simmons on the call. This is Pierre Governors basketball on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. Your Govs winning by a score of 48-47 over the Mitchell Colonels, and doing it in dramatic fashion. A big win for the Govs tonight in front of a packed house. It was packed all the way from the start, and again, you love seeing this kind of environment. There's not much better than Pierre Governors basketball on a Friday night. And the thing about it for Pierre is they get to do it all again tomorrow. They play Lincoln right back in this venue at 2 o'clock. Quick turnaround, but if there's any team that can translate that turnaround into another victory, it's Pierre. And at least on paper, this is the most significant test of the weekend. So the theory stands that if Pierre can win this one tonight, then they'll have a chance to win that one tomorrow, especially with the way that they're playing right now. We'll see if the Governors will be able to finish it out in due time. Again, the Govs moving to 10-7 on the season. They entered tonight's game with a placement of number 43 in the South Dakota rankings, number 7 in Division AA, and number 35 in the Sioux Falls rankings. But I'd say they'll have a chance to move up just a little bit as time goes on. Of course, we'll have to work out exactly where the standings are tomorrow. We'll see where, if any, Pierre has moved up, but this certainly is not going to hurt their case in the slightest. So with all that considered, the Govs certainly have a lot to be proud of and a lot to look forward to. And with their opportunity coming up tomorrow against Lincoln, they got a chance to increase that record even more so and really put themselves among the elite of AA. And the thing about Pierre right now is that with the way they're playing and the momentum that they have, it's really hard to say that there's going to be any team in AA that's going to have an easy time with them when you're playing with this kind of consistency and this kind of defense. Mitchell, obviously on paper, one of the better teams in AA and has shown that all year long, not just on paper, but on the floor as well. But not able to beat Pierre tonight in this venue, although they made it very, very close at the end. And you got to give the Colonels credit for that. Very few teams would have been able to come back from a 20-point deficit and make it a 1-point game by the end of everything. So great job by Mitchell from that respect. The Colonels will have their own test coming up soon. Their next game will be up against Brandon Valley on the road, and then they'll host O'Gorman to round out the regular season. So not a lot of basketball left for Mitchell as far as this season is concerned, but they will get their chance to show their stuff in the final 2 games. Still some very tough opponents, though, on the horizon for the Mitchell Colonels. So we'll see how it all works out. We're going to take one more 2-minute timeout. We'll try to grab you an interview before we make our way out. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in 2, folks.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Capital City area and Riggs High School. Dylan Simmons on the call. Your game coming to an end. Pierre Governors girls winning 48-47 over the Mitchell Colonels. And I'm joined by Grace Richter of the Pierre Governors girls basketball team. Grace, first, congratulations and great job on that last play, helping Pierre to secure the big win tonight.
Thank you.
That was a crazy play at the end. There were a lot of stuff going on, but how did you find the leverage and the means to block that ball and get this win tonight for Pierre?
I always have to gut it out and fight it out and do everything to win. Let's work together.
That's the key, right? Putting in every effort that you can and being at the right place in the right time. And it seems like, especially with the defense tonight, you guys were in the right place at the right time and time again. Talk about the execution of the defense and what was going right for you, how you limited Mitchell throughout this game.
I mean, once they started getting on their runs, we had to adjust and make sure we stayed on our girls and make sure we just played team defense and worked together and all be on the same page.
Well, that certainly was the case for you guys tonight. Now, like I said with the defense, you guys kind of came in with a mindset of getting out and getting a big win over Mitchell tonight. When you look at them and where they're at in the standings right now and where you guys are at in the standings with the rest of the season up ahead, obviously you don't think about the postseason too much at this point because you still got regular season games to go. But what do you think this win means for you guys moving ahead and looking ahead to the rest of the season?
I think it'll put us in a good position for our Sweet 16 game, but we also have to keep working hard for our other games.
That is true. That is true. And you got a big test tomorrow against Lincoln right back here in the gymnasium. What's going to be the mindset after this one going into that one?
I think just the same, work together. Our defense will take care of everything, and yeah.
That's it. That's going to be the fun part of tomorrow. Well, Grace, congratulations and thanks so much. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, that's Grace Richter of the Pierre Governors girls basketball team joining us on our post-game show. Always appreciate her taking some time to do that. So that's going to do it for tonight. Governors win 48-47 over the Mitchell Colonels, and they move to 10-7 on the season. Big win for the Govs, and they now look ahead to tomorrow as they take on the Lincoln Patriots right back here in Riggs High School. Should be a good one right back here on KCCR and the KCCR Sports YouTube channel. But as for tonight, that's going to do it. So for all of you listening in at home, for our producer Emma back at the station, I'm Dylan Simmons saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow, and this has been an electric night. This has been a presentation of KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.